What it do, y'all? It's your boy Stank815, and I'm back with another reaction video. Y'all new to that channel, man, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that share button, make sure you comment, make sure you turn on that notification button so you get notified when I do my reaction videos. Gang! And y'all know, shout out to the YouTuber who made this video. I didn't make it, I'm just doing a reaction to it. We got 50 Cent speaking about his homeboy, his ace coon boom, his buddy, Drake. 50 Cent is defending Drake against Kendrick Lamar. I haven't watched this video, so let me tell y'all something like this. I got none but love and respect for 50 Cent. I rock with 50. But 50, look into my eyes when I tell you this, 50. You got to be out. I almost said it, but I can't. You got to be crazy if you think Drake beat Kendrick Lamar in the diss song. Kendrick Lamar wins. Kendrick Lamar wins 50. That's all I gotta say, and I rock with you 50. Y'all at the comment section, y'all let me know. But let's get into this video. Who y'all think won?
Like, I like Drake's music. I'm a Drake fan. Yeah. I'm one of those guys that listen to the music and I start to like what's happening in our culture. Right? So, I mean, there's a point where your voice becomes a hit. And as soon as it comes on, we know, like, we're not struggling to say this is good. But Kendrick got trophies I didn't even know that they had. Which one? Like, well, Pulitzer Prize. Yeah. What the fuck? How a rapper get that? Sit down. I thought it was about stopping the damage that the Super Bowl would do.
Because the Super Bowl now, in my opinion, I don't think that the NFL would let Kendrick say certified files out loud.
And they were actually, I think
the drama just keeps getting messier. 50 Cent is back at it again, and this time he's throwing his support behind Drake in their ongoing feud with Kendrick Lamar. Yep, you heard that right. Minus 50 is backing Drake, and it's a move nobody saw coming. Of course, Kendrick isn't taking this lightly. He fired back in a savage way, leaving 50 looking pretty embarrassed. Now, the rivalry is heating up with music beef, plenty of petty shots, and receipts flying everywhere. Grab your popcorn, because this one's going to be a wild ride.
A new
Kendrick Lamar is riding high on the success of his latest album, GNX, and with the buzz around his upcoming Super Bowl halftime show, his name is everywhere. People are loving what he's doing, but there are others like 50 Cent who seem determined to knock him down a peg. It's clear 50's trying to take the spotlight off Kendrick, but with the way Kendrick's been dominating, it's hard to see him slowing down anytime soon. The pressure is on, and it's about to get even crazier. Stay tuned. All right, let's break this down. This isn't just some unknown artist throwing shade. We're talking about 50 Cent, a hip-hop legend who helped shape the game in the early 2000s. When he takes shots, people notice. But lately, 50's jabs at Kendrick Lamar have been louder, bolder, and honestly, they're starting to feel like he's reaching. It's like Kendrick's been on fire, killing it, and now 50's acting like something's changed, like Kendrick's lost his touch. And guess what? 50 Cent is now all in for Drake. The beef between Kendrick and Drake has been brewing for a while, with fans and industry insiders picking sides. 50, never one to stay quiet, has made it clear he's firmly Team Drake. He's been supporting Drake publicly and even reportedly giving him advice on how to take Kendrick down. But here's the thing, spoiler alert, it's not really working. Kendrick is still out here doing his thing, no matter how hard 50 tries to make a dent. This whole thing is getting wild, and honestly, the more 50 stirs the pot, the more Kendrick keeps winning. Stick around because this beef isn't over yet. Respect to 50 Cent, but he didn't stop there. In his latest appearance on Andrew Schultz's Flagrant podcast, 50 took things up a notch. Joining forces with Schultz, known for his controversial takes, 50 went all in on trying to discredit Kendrick. They spent a lot of time trying to downplay Kendrick's success, even calling it manufactured and claiming his influence on hip-hop is overhyped. Honestly, it just felt like a desperate attempt to take Kendrick down. But here's the truth, Kendrick's success speaks for itself. He's not just dropping hits, he's creating powerful art that resonates with millions. His music sparks real conversations about tough issues like racial injustice, identity, and personal growth. So when 50 and Schultz try to dismiss that, it just comes off as bitterness. And let's be real, it was clear where their loyalties lay. While they were busy tearing Kendrick down, they couldn't stop showering praise on Drake. It's hard not to see the bias. The thing is, Kendrick's been around for years, making waves in the game, and it's clear that no amount of criticism can erase the impact he's had. So if you're still sleeping on Kendrick, it might be time to wake up. 50's trying to throw shade, but Kendrick keeps shining. 50 Cent might be trying to claim the title of winner in his ongoing beef with Kendrick, but the numbers, the cultural impact, and the critical praise all show a different picture. Kendrick is in a league of his own, and no amount of podcast rants is going to change that. But let's talk about the move 50 made by teaming up with Andrew Schultz. At first, it probably seemed like a smart idea. Schultz has a big platform and loves to stir up controversy, something that likely appealed to 50's dramatic side. But in reality, this move has only hurt 50's image. Instead of coming off as a credible critic, 50 is now being seen as someone who's bitter about Kendrick's success. And as for Schultz, his input only showed how out of touch they both are with Kendrick's true cultural influence. Kendrick isn't in a rush to respond to every jab. The pressure is on him, sure, but he's doing his thing at his own pace, and that speaks louder than anything 50 or Schultz could say. Kendrick doesn't need to engage in petty back and forths. His work does all the talking for him, and the respect he's built over the years proves that. While 50 and Schultz are out here trying to tear him down, Kendrick just keeps winning. While 50 Cent and Andrew Schultz are out here making noise, Kendrick has chosen a different path, silence. And honestly, it's the best response he could give. Kendrick doesn't need to fight every battle with words because his music and impact speak for themselves. Whether it's the powerful storytelling on GNX, his unforgettable Super Bowl performance, or the respect he's earned from fans and fellow artists, Kendrick is proving why he's on top and untouchable. Now, let's dive into the moment that really set the internet on fire. The latest Flagrant Podcast episode didn't just showcase Andrew Schultz's questionable humor, it also exposed 50 Cent's true feelings about Kendrick, and let's just say, it wasn't a good look. The moment everyone's talking about happened when 50 asked Schultz to explain some pretty bizarre and honestly disgusting comments he made about what he wanted to do to Kendrick. Instead of owning up or even trying to clarify, Schultz just doubled down. He brushed off the backlash like it was nothing, even though the hip-hop community was already calling him out for being disrespectful. If things weren't already messy, 50 Cent didn't just let it slide, he actually hyped it up. While 50 and Schultz are out here turning their jokes into a big spectacle, Kendrick Lamar is quietly standing tall as the true champion of hip-hop. His work speaks for itself. Kendrick is giving a voice to parts of the culture that have been ignored for far too long. He's not rapping just to get clout or top the charts, he's pushing hip-hop forward, showing everyone what it means to be real and innovative at the same time. Kendrick isn't just another rapper, he's setting the bar for what it means to stay true to yourself while making a lasting impact on the culture. While 50 and Schultz keep making noise, Kendrick is doing what he does best, creating music that matters and continuing to show why he's untouchable in the game.
In Drake's case, because of the success, he's feeling the backlash of his success. Right? Everything that he said he did, they did in that lawsuit, they did it.
What do you mean?
Like Universal Music Group,
reducing the price of
everything that he did is a part of marketing.
I feel that too.
Yep. They do it for everybody.
Yes,
they probably did it for him.
50 Cent's actions in that interview made it pretty clear where his loyalties lie. By backing Schultz's comments and behavior, 50 is showing he's all in for Drake and the story that comes with his camp, even if it doesn't hold much weight. One of the most revealing moments was when they started talking about the long-running feud between Drake and Kendrick. 50 leaned into the tired argument that Kendrick's frustration with Drake is just jealousy, saying Drake was on top and Kendrick was just bitter. But let's be honest here, this story falls apart as soon as you take a closer look. Kendrick has proven time and again that he's not just on Drake's level, he's surpassed him in big moments. Just think back to 2017 when Kendrick was dominating the game in ways that made it clear he wasn't just competing, but leading. So trying to paint him as bitter doesn't really make sense. Kendrick's success speaks for itself, and that's something 50 and Schultz can't ignore, no matter how hard they try. Let's talk about Kendrick's Damn album for a moment. It didn't just dominate the charts, it earned him a Pulitzer Prize. While Drake is all about breaking streaming records, Kendrick's influence goes far beyond just numbers. He's creating real cultural moments that resonate with people. Now, if there's one thing 50 Cent made clear during his Flagrant Podcast appearance, it's that he's still holding a grudge over Kendrick's famous Control verse. When Kendrick dropped those bars, calling out almost every rapper in the game, it wasn't meant as disrespect. It was a challenge, a call to elevate the art and push the genre forward. But instead of seeing it as a challenge, Drake took it personally, and so did 50 Cent. 50 even admitted, I feel like I've gone through some of what he's experienced. When you're on top, everybody wants to take a shot at you. He even compared Kendrick's list of names to how he felt when he was on top. Fast forward to today, and 50 is still feeling salty about it. During the interview, he didn't hold back, making it clear that Kendrick's success is still getting under his skin. 50 Cent is trying to downplay Kendrick's success by calling him a media darling, suggesting that Kendrick's rise to the top is just a carefully planned PR stunt instead of a result of his real talent and influence. It's almost like they're just waiting to hate on whoever's on top, and now that Kendrick's there, they're ready to tear him down. 50 says Kendrick has always been the underdog, but also a media darling. But here's the truth when the Kendrick v is. Drake feud was at its peak. It wasn't Kendrick getting all the media love. In fact, most hip-hop outlets were betting on Drake to come out on top. Shows like The Breakfast Club were hyping up Drake's response tracks, acting like he already won the battle. Now, trying to rewrite that history feels like nothing but bitterness. What makes 50's comments worse is the blatant revision of the story. According to him, Kendrick's had everything handed to him while Drake was the underdog battling through the odds. Drake has been the media and industry's favorite for years. From getting cosigns from big names to dominating the streaming world, he's had no shortage of advantages. So when 50 tries to spin this narrative that Kendrick's success is all about media support or luck, it just comes off as pure bitterness. And it gets worse when he starts mocking Kendrick for winning a Pulitzer Prize, a huge achievement that brought hip-hop to a whole new level of recognition. To make fun of Kendrick's Pulitzer win is not just disrespectful, it's a step backward for the culture. Kendrick's Damn wasn't just an album, it was a cultural moment that proved hip-hop could stand side by side with any other art form. By winning the Pulitzer Prize, Kendrick didn't just make history for himself, he opened doors for every artist in the genre. So when 50 and Schultz laugh it off, it's not just an attack on Kendrick, it's a slap in the face to the entire hip-hop community.
First performance or recording in the United States during the year. Awarded to Damn by Kendrick Lamar, a virtuosic song collection.
Because I didn't even know what that was. When he got that one, I was like, whoa.
Mocking such an amazing achievement really shows how out of touch 50 Cent has become. Instead of celebrating the fact that hip-hop is being recognized on such big platforms, 50's comments make it seem like he'd rather keep the genre stuck in old stereotypes. One of the most ridiculous things he said was that Kendrick has replaced Drake at the top because Kendrick's music is somehow less authentic to the streets. According to 50, Kendrick's success with a wider audience has hurt hip-hop's integrity. But let's break this down for a second. Kendrick's Good Kid, M.A.D. City, is one of the most authentic storytelling albums in rap history. It gives us a raw look at his life growing up in Compton, with powerful stories that anyone who's faced struggle can relate to. Now compare that to Drake, whose music often mixes in pop sounds and is known for having ghostwriters. To say Kendrick isn't authentic, that's a take so off, it's almost laughable. Kendrick's authenticity is what makes him stand out, and no amount of hate can change that.
By its vernacular authenticity.
It's honestly pure hypocrisy. What makes 50 Cent's criticism of Kendrick even worse is that he's defending Drake, an artist who's been accused of watering down hip-hop with predictable hits and carefully planned collaborations. While Kendrick uses his platform to push the limits and speak on real issues, Drake is often seen as more focused on topping the charts than making a cultural impact. And yet, 50 chooses to point the finger at Kendrick, saying he's the one ruining hip-hop's integrity. This is a perfect example of projection, minus 50's accusing Kendrick of something that actually applies more to the artist he's defending. It's almost like 50 doesn't want to see the real issue, which is that Kendrick is pushing the genre forward with his art, while others are playing it safe. Instead of seeing Kendrick's contributions, 50's trying to make him the problem. The truth is, Kendrick is doing the work to elevate hip-hop, but 50's too caught up in defending an artist who's not really moving the culture forward. So why is 50 Cent so upset with Kendrick Lamar? It all seems to come back to Kendrick's role in shaping hip-hop's future. When Kendrick was chosen to perform at the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show, it was clear that he was now the face of Dr. Dre's legacy. For 50, who built his career with Dre's backing, this was probably hard to swallow. And to make it worse, 50 wasn't even originally invited to perform. He only got the chance after Eminem pushed for him to be included, and even then, his moment felt like an afterthought compared to Kendrick's spotlight performance. This moment seems to have fueled 50's resentment toward Kendrick, who 50 probably sees as the new leader of Dre's empire. The real issue here? 50 Cent seems to be stuck in the past, unable to accept that Kendrick is doing things he can never achieve. Kendrick's been in the game for over 10 years now, and his influence just keeps growing. It's clear that Kendrick's carving out his own legacy, and for 50, that's a tough reality to face. Kendrick's success isn't just about continuing Dre's legacy, he's creating something new, and 50 just can't seem to let go of his place in the past. Instead of falling off or staying stuck, Kendrick Lamar has been constantly growing, getting better, and proving he's one of the greatest rappers ever. On the other hand, 50 Cent's prime was pretty much done after his third album, and that's not meant to disrespect him, it's just the way it went down. Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre were huge, but by the time Curtis came out, it didn't hit the same. That's okay though, no artist can stay on top forever. The problem is, 50 refuses to see that Kendrick's success isn't just luck. It's because he keeps evolving and dedicates himself fully to his craft. Kendrick's career has been a perfect example of growth. From the storytelling in Good Kid, M.A.D. City, to the powerful messages in To Pimp a Butterfly, and then the deep introspection in Damn, Kendrick has shown he's not afraid to take risks and try new things. Kendrick has really pushed hip-hop to new levels, while 50 Cent spent much of the last decade relying on his past instead of growing with the times. And that's where the bitterness comes from. Watching Kendrick thrive and evolve in ways 50 couldn't or didn't must be tough for someone who once ruled the rap game. The reason 50 probably won't give Kendrick his credit? Deep down, Kendrick's success is a reminder of what 50 never achieved. Kendrick has become more than just a rapper. He's a cultural icon. He's performed at the Super Bowl, won a Pulitzer Prize, and shaped hip-hop in ways 50 never did. Don't forget, 50 had his chance. He had the talent, the platform, and the resources to evolve. But instead of changing with the times, he stuck to the same formula, and eventually the audience moved on. Kendrick, though, he's kept adapting, staying fresh, and making a lasting impact on the genre. His ability to grow is what makes him stand out, and it's something 50 just couldn't keep up with. Kendrick's silence right now is worth paying attention to. When he decides to speak up, we know he does it in a way that makes a huge impact. If 50 Cent keeps poking the bear, don't be surprised if Kendrick drops a line or even a whole song that completely shuts down 50's arguments and ends this feud for good. If Kendrick responds, it could be game over for 50. Sure, 50's trolling might grab some quick attention, but Kendrick's responses always stick with people. So let's dive into it. Do you think 50's criticisms of Kendrick actually make sense, or is this just a case of an older artist struggling to accept that a new champion is on the rise? If you were Kendrick, how would you handle this situation? Would you clap back, or would you let your success do all the do you think there's more to this than just professional jealousy? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's chat about it.
First off, let me say that I got nothing but love and respect for 50. But once again, 50, you crazy, bro, and you know this. Like, everybody know 50 Cent is an internet troll. He's a bully. He bully people. Like, but, yeah, I'm going to say it. Drake, Kendrick Lamar smoked that man. Come on, man. Y'all know that. It ain't, and 50, what she spoke about is true. After your second album, you went straight trash, 50. I'm gonna keep it real. And I was rocking with G Unit, but after your second album, straight trash. You started coming out with songs. I'll take you to the candy shop, dancing and stuff. Man, y'all at the comment section, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation. 50, stop it. Kendrick Lamar killed that man and is on top right now. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Keep doing your thing. Let the haters hate. Keep it up.